And we also have a fairy found in the
We accept Gil.
just south of Unverified. So we want to be using a Spirit of the Remembered inside BA at all times, and at least one backup. Additionally, you can pair that with a Wisdom. Both can be active at the same time. You'll want to make a Spirit of the Remembered solo plate. Once we get inside BA, use that, and then you could have a Wisdom plate to use on top of that you can activate. We want to be using DPS Wisdoms, preferably. Plate Bearer is not going to save us from most mechanics, and we want to be beating Enrage timers inside BA. So we always want to be using things like Skirmisher, Aether Weaver, Martialist, anything like that.
Green, do you have a support group?
I'm figuring that out.
Okay.
1 second. Thank you. Thank you to my group for taking care of that. We do need a support leader. And there is no group 2. So you can notice now that blue portals have spawned on the map. Again, we're just going to use these as a rough indication for where red portals will spawn in about 3 more minutes. If you do have a long way to go, you can go ahead and feel free to take your ferry at this point and go wait by your portal. Otherwise, you can wait another 2 minutes or so if you are pretty close by. And just to go again into Logos, make sure one healer per group has the Logos action Refresh L. Healers, you can work that out between the two of you who's bringing that. What this does, it will grant us increased Magia regeneration on all people in the party. And this is going to be incredibly invaluable inside BA. We're going to be spinning that Magia wheel pretty much on cooldown. So without refresh, we're going to have 0 spins, basically. So please, healers, one of you bring refresh. I beg you. Otherwise, you're going to be hearing refresh, please, the whole instance. And that's never fun. Additionally, we want to be using the /Magia auto command. This is going to automatically spin your Magia wheel to whatever you're fighting. Once I figure out how to type, I'll link that. Thank you. Somebody link that. Yeah, you could use that command and make a macro for it. It will spin your Magia wheel automatically to whatever you're fighting. You could use that once to turn it to offensive, twice to turn it to defensive, and a third time to turn it off. So red portals will be spawning very shortly. So if you're not already by your portal, you should be heading over there. Go ahead and take your red portal inside. We're going to line up on the bridge for Protect and Shell first. Go ahead and pop your Spirit of the Remembered and your main plates, and then go fill up your tray with everything you need. After we drop down from these ledges, it's a one-way trip. So do be sure that you have everything you need. We're going to be assigning groups. 1 and 3 are going to be on Art side, Logos Manipulator with the white banner. Groups 4, 5, and 6 will be on Owain side, Magia Melder, purple banner. And again, we want to be using that Magia auto command inside. And again, this is your last chance to make any Logos or adjust your Magia wheel. And please be sure that you drop on the right side. There is no way back up. Party leaders, if you could just mark down your side, that would make it nice and easy. We're going to have some Indom tanks refreshing their stacks on these walls. Once they give the go-ahead, we'll go ahead and burn these down and get things started. I'm not sure we have an Indom tank on Owain's side, so once people drop down there, you can let me know.
I am teaching someone to,
Okay, cool.
to build some stacks. I'm just waiting for him to get some plates done.
No problem. So we'll wait for that person.
I mean, I can drop Owen's side if you want.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Just to thank
Yeah, that could work.
Owen. Yeah, I can do that.
So again, just make sure you have your Spirit of the Remembered popped. Wisdoms, all that good stuff. Very quiet.
What, do you need me to start saying some funny shit or whatever?
Maybe. It is a meme run. It's a little too serious right now for a meme run. But the memeing hasn't started yet, so I don't blame people.
Okay, Green. You want
you.
to meme it.
Yes.
So we get a pass for now?
I'm good on Owen's side, by the way, if anyone wants to kill the wall.
I think we're still waiting on one person now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Arigi was teaching someone.
Oh.
They're teaching me.
They're
I'm just
still
trying to
making
figure things
plates.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. We can wait.
Yeah, if anybody's in the voice chat, group 2 portals are free for all. We did not have a group 2.
Please. Okay, there we go. I have rush out. Never mind.
Someone killed the demon.
Nice.
Even though we said not to.
Oh. Well, it wasn't me, so.
It's okay. Please be sure that you don't pull ahead of your tanks inside BA. It's a really good way to get yourself killed and others killed. Also be sure to stay out of all telegraphed AoEs. You should assume they will one-shot you, because they probably will. On Owain's side, you're going to be seeing the Maguses first. Again, they just do some telegraphed AoEs. Simple circle AoE. Just sidestep out of those, and they're no problem. Any big targets we want to be prioritizing inside BA. The Pirogos, if they are live too long, they'll do an ability called Toy Hammer, which needs to be interrupted with a sleep cast, or it will do massive damage, and probably one-shot the person who's tanking. And on the Byblos, we always want to be at their side, never in front or behind. They do a frontal cleave as well as a tail swipe. They will also turn to cast an ability called Magic Hammer. I think we are good to burn the art side wall anytime, by the way. Byblos will turn to cast Magic Hammer. Do not readjust. Stay where you are. Do not be by the tank. It will immediately cleave after.
We are at Owain.
Okay.
Do we
We
even
still have
have
not
another
started
tank?
wall. I think we're good to kill this, though.
I don't know if we have another tank to grab it.
Any thinks they can pull this?
Oh, we got a tank.
Oh,
Is it a floor tank? I'm hearing laughing.
This is where death is handy.
All right, again, just like I said before, we're going to stay out of those telegraphed AoEs art side. These Vikings just do a simple cone. And we always want to be interrupting these Perigos with their sleep casts. On Toy Hammer. And these Biblos always stay to their side. When they turn to cast Magic Hammer, do not readjust. Stay where you are. Let's be careful. Don't pull too hard off your tank. Give them a second to establish. Do we have anybody who wants to call Owen side?
I can do it.
Sure.
Or you
Awesome.
can. Whoever said sure can do it.
Sure. Yeah, Linda said it. Wait. Where am I? Okay. Go ahead and step across the purple line if you're ready to pull on Wayne's side. Still see a couple people, Ellie and Mason.
We're going to have Claire for your art caller. We're going to have Lynn for your Owain caller. If you want to speak up, Claire, just so they can...
Hello, I'm calling
Thank you.
Art.
I'm just going to make a couple notes. On Owain's side, we're going to have a healer tank. So just give them about 3 seconds before you start opening in with your burst. Other than that, we should be good. I'm also going to call for range to use limit breaks at 5 seconds on the countdown. After the countdown, I'm going to pass it off to our callers. If you're not an Indom tank, go ahead and turn off your stance. Additionally, being past the purple line is always going to be your consent to pull inside BA. So we are all past the lines in both sides. We're going to handle everything in calls. Party leaders, you can get ready to do a 15-second countdown. I'm going to call for ranged LBs after 5 seconds on the countdown. So range should be ready for that. And again, we're going to have a healer tank Owain side. So Owain side, be a little careful with your burst. Memes afoot. So we're going to start that 15-second countdown to pull both sides. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 15. Ten seconds.
Both sides will be opening up the tank buster, so be careful.
5 LB2s, LB1s, tanks establish.
Once again, both sides will be starting off with a tank buster. Owain raid wide. Owain is summoning spears. Owain, we're getting to a fire spear.
Oh my god, I haven't been calling Art. I'm so sorry. He's gonna do a point blank followed up. Either point blank or donut, and the spears will copy. Get away from Art and away from spears. I'm just over here vibing.
We all vibing.
Nothing wrong with vibing.
Tank buster main
Art's
tank.
also not hard. This is raid wide.
Owain raid wide coming up shortly. Owain dead.
Art is dead. Perfect.
Are we gonna have a healer tank riding as well?
Maybe.
Okay. Good.
Just
The
ahead
start
of
of-
these two
sorry.
sets of stairs, we're going to have a bomb trap. Please be sure your Perceptor finds that first before you proceed. And the next big hallway, we're going to have another 4 invisible bleed traps. So be sure if you're going to grab your chest, you hug the wall. Art side, we're going to be having the sprites first. They do a banish 3 cast that must be interjected. Owain, we have the ghosts, nothing too special. Ghosts just are hard hitting. And additionally, any undead enemies cannot be death eld. So save your death elves for Kalkas or Pirogos.
On just as an FYI, on the Owain side of the room, someone did face pull a trap. It was a bleed trap.
Okay.
So that's why. So all the traps have been found. You're just only going to see 3 of them.
Okay.
Please stop sleeping Calcus ahead of the raid. Thank you. Stop doing that.
Just be careful of these Maguses here. If we can get a tank to pick them up. And get a caster ready with sleep on that centaur just in case. Alright.
I'm spotting just in case.
We can go ahead and pull these centaurs one at a time.
Yep, go for it.
This one on the left here first, maybe.
Centaur pulled. Sleep ready.
So these centaurs always need to be interrupted with their berserk cast, or it gets a huge damage buff, and we never want that happening.
Second center pull.
Second
Humor sleep,
centaur.
please. Thank you.
Excellent. And we'll just round up the rest of the Maguses. Again, just watch those AoEs. And be sure to grab your chest at the back wall. All loot is personal in BA. Endoms, I'll leave you at your discretion where to refresh. Alright, party leaders, be sure to put down your way markers for Raiden. A to the north, B to the east, C to the south, and D to the west. I will make one note. Claire's going to be your caller for Raiden. I'm going to be your main tank, and I am a healer. So, again, we're going to wait about 3 seconds before we go crazy for the burst. Other than that, should be...
Any more Indom tanks?
Hold on.
Yeah,
just me?
I know we have 1.
Oh yeah, Mason. Yeah, where is Mason?
Mason.
Behind me.
Naya
Just-
flashed. off
I'm
first
right
Indom.
here, but my invuln wasn't back up when you guys blew it. Oh,
Oh,
how
that
much
was the
time
trap
do you
over
have?
here.
wait, what?
Am I gonna pop this?
Wait,
No.
where? What happened?
Alright.
It's ready now, Argy.
Okay. If
Yeah,
it's ready, you
Hollow's
can come here.
ready.
Then.
Come this way.
You can come down here.
Stand next to the trap, the way I told you. So
Next
when
to the
they-
trap. Next to
Stand
the
next.
trap, please.
Next,
next to
yeah.
it.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna do a countdown. I'm gonna do a countdown, and when you do it, when I finish countdown, you step in the trap. This is not the Raiden countdown, by the way. So
Mhm.
in 3, 2, 1, invuln. Wait a server tick and walk it.
Thank you.
No problem.
Alright, once we get past the purple line, we'll get ready to pull Raiden. Claire's going to be your caller, and I'm going to be your main tank. So other tanks, you can turn off your stance, other than my party, who are just going to be my backup tanks. Just in case. It looks like that's all of us, so we'll get ready to do a 15-second countdown to pull Raiden. We're going to start it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 15.
Up first, by the way, is
10
going to be a
seconds.
raid. Yeah, it's going to be a raid wide starting up. So stack up close to B. We're all going to start there.
LB2s, LB1s, tank establish. Sorry.
Alright, now that the raid white is off, caster's ranged can go towards D marker. Melee stay up on the boss. This is a tank buster. Green cares.
Green cares.
Yeah, no one else does, so. It's gonna
So that was
electrify
a-
the outside of the arena. Don't stand in it unless you want to.
We're gonna need to move extra far back for Raiden when he backflips here.
Yeah.
Okay, we're fine here.
Get out of this. Stack up nice and tight. He's gonna leap to us. Get inside of his hitbox. You're gonna die. Ooh, go to the D marker, look east. He's gonna cleave half the room. I'll tell you which side to go to. He's gonna drop AoEs underneath us. Get out of those first. He's going to cleave the north side, so go south towards the C marker. Stack back up for a raid wide. Oh. This is going to be that raid wide. Up next is going to be Lancing Bolt. It's going to mark 6 players. Spread these around the outside of the room. Don't overlap them. Spread these out. And don't even touch them. Burn the boss. We're not cars. Who needs mechanics?
Sorry about that. Sorry for all the memes.
You motherfucker.
I'm doing my best here.
I know.
You
I
got
know.
tank
I know.
busted right there.
Yeah, I did. I felt the force of the dollar store tank buster.
Green, how did you pull?
I put star down at 15, and then I used
Yeah.
instance, and then I popped star.
Okay, pop div, put a card on yourself, and pop light speed as well.
Okay,
Help. Thank you.
we're learning. This is why it's a science run. Please be mindful of those floor AoEs. It's much safer to be at the top of the stairs here. AoEs can get disjointed on the staircase. And if we get a tank ready to pull this Kalka, again, apologize for all the healer memes. This is a learning run. Everybody's
we-
learning. I'm learning.
You gotta explore things for science purposes.
Exactly.
In that if you get hit by something, you were just seeing how hard it hit you for science.
And in the next room, we're gonna have a invisible bomb trap. People like to guess whether it's left, middle, or right. Feel free. So in the next hallway, we're gonna clearing out all the enemies. We're looking for an invisible portal in one of these rooms. That's gonna take us to the support fate, or sorry, that's gonna take us to the support rooms and spawn the support fate outside. AV is unkillable until we complete the support fate. We do have some fire enemies. Back here.
Where's your pro show? Oh, never mind. I see it.
We can kill these Barinas back here. Excellent. So we're going to clear out the last 2 rooms at the end of the hallway just for our Indom tanks to refresh their Indom stacks while we're waiting for AB. There are bomb traps inside of these rooms, so please do not go inside before your tanks pull them out. Mind the Kalka's cone AoEs. You're going to want to be very close or very far to dodge them. There they are. We're just going to wait just a minute here. Do not go into the room. It is not safe yet.
Ice is fully
Nothing in the
percepted.
books.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So we'll go to win next.
Chest lightning.
Cool. Yeah, we'll just do that.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear the chest.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Oh yeah. I just said it in chat. I just saw it in chat.
That's fine. We can clear at win too.
Neat. Perceptor, thank you. Before I pull them out.
Hey, the portal's in
0 and 1.
wind at least.
Okay.
All part of the plan.
Can I get out of the room? Or are AoE's just gonna hold us in here?
Skatine always only put you to sleep, so you're fine.
Well,
So we do have the portal
passes out
in
of
wind.
way out.
We're gonna go ahead and clear out lightning now since we're right here. We're gonna ignore this Skatine and we're gonna kill lightning room. Indoms, just keep an eye on your timers. Might be getting a little low at the end here. So we do have the trap found in lightning. Just be careful of these lightning mobs. Their AoE is very fast resolving, so be sure to sidestep those. And you can grab your chest once it's safe.
Someone doesn't have aggro on one of these.
I actually have aggro. Oh god.
We can get a
Again.
tank set up.
Oh no.
Poor Lynn.
We're good. I'm alive.
Lynn needs a tank today.
I should have just come as an Endom at this point.
All right. We're going to grab our chest, and then we're going to head back across the hallway and take the portal inside. Wind room.
No touching this Skatine.
Yep, we're
No,
going to ignore
no.
the Skatine. We're going to use him later to build gauge before AV. That we don't want to kill him.
Len, you should hold it.
Don't let the Skatine know. I mean, I'm gonna be stealing a bunch of aggro tonight, but
Well,
later
yeah,
on,
exactly.
It's
Hey.
just like DRS.
Hold it,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna fucking die tonight.
Why?
Duelist aggro, funny aggro.
Oh, have fun.
All right, we do have another bleed trap in the next room. Let your Perceptor find that.
You know, now that I think about it, putting my steps off in the door could have potentially been a really tragic
Can we get a
idea.
tank to just pull that Pirogo? Perfect, thank you. And we do have that bleed trap found. If we can get another tank, go ahead and feel free to pull that Kalka too.
Yeah, I was leashing the Skatine. So,
No
sorry.
problem. And focus Kalka. I didn't mention this before, but we never want to be in front of the Kalka.
Viking's loose. Ow, ow, ow.
We never want to be in front of that Kalka because it does a frontal cone confusion. Make sure we have a tank on that Pirogo.
Everything's been pulled.
Yep.
Chaos.
Just the way I like it.
Meme run, let chaos reign.
It's the spirit of the run.
True.
If there weren't at least a few funny deaths, then I'd be disappointed, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty true.
So we're gonna kill these last 2 ghosts, and then we'll split up into our rooms for support. Do we have anybody with reflect? Or that could reflect?
I do, but I
Okay.
would lose my cataplate.
Okay.
I can cheese Earth Room if you really want.
We could just split up groups.
Heliotrip has reflect.
Oh, okay. That would be awesome, if you don't mind. Rather, my Indom tanks not break their cataplate. Alright, so we're going to split up into our rooms for support. We don't have a group 2, so we're going to have group 1 in room 1, group 3 in room 3, group 4 in room 4, group 5 in room 5, and group 6 is going to be in room 2. And then our reflector is going to be in room 6.
Can you repeat that, please?
Yes. So group 1 will be in room 1. Group 3 will be in room 3. Group 4 will be in room 4. Group 5 will be in room 5. And group 6 will be in room 2. So that's the only difference.
Thank you.
Group 6 is just going to room 2. And I believe our reflector is ready. So do be sure, if you're the tank in your party, it is now your responsibility to tank the support room. Do be sure your tank stance is turned on. Additionally, you should switch your Mage Wheel to defensive for whatever room you're fighting. These ads hit very hard. You can die in about 3 GCDs, so please use proper mitigation, like your 30% or Rampart, all the good ones. Once you're ready, you can pop the trap by using your invulnerability, waiting a second or 2, and then you can walk into it, assuming nobody's nearby, to clear it out. Once you're ready, you can stand in the portal, and we'll get support fate spawning. Once our reflector is ready, they'll get this started. So it looks like everybody's tanks. Once you're ready, you can stand in the button. Let me know if we have any issues. All right, support is spawning now. So give a second to your tanks to pick up those ads, and also be sure that tanks you're using your mitigation. Oh,
there we go.
Just kidding.
There
My
we go.
double
Right, bro.
edge.
I can't get a fucking break.
Oh no.
We
Good
have a
at tank
tie, but
combos.
one group cheated.
Someone used death?
No, the reflector.
Oh. Wait, how are Earth enemies escaping? Have the door open.
Magic.
If you do the jump puzzle, you are technically considered out of the room, so it'll open the room as if you died or ported out.
Fascinating. Like, does that work in all of the rooms or just Earth?
Just Earth, yeah. I think it's only Earth.
I don't know.
There's
Because
like
only
just a
Earth has
couple-
the. There, it's because Earth has the jump puzzle. Other
Yeah,
ones
there's a
don't.
couple spots where you can just clip outside of where the game essentially detects you for being active. I think it's because you're out of the detection as far as like height range.
That's really interesting.
I think
It's
it's
probably
because
just
the
a
enemies
sphere.
can hit you, so the game thinks there's no one in there, so it opens
No, they
up.
can still hit you.
Oh, well then.
You don't get free escape.
No, you're dying if you go in that room and you don't port out, or you're living, one or the other.
I would argue that in any of the rooms you are either alive or you are dead.
That's true.
Schrodinger's support.
We do have a centaur hiding in one of these rooms. Okay. Don't want any funny business.
Oh, gotcha.
No funny business.
Or maybe a little funny business.
Okay, just slightly, a little bit of tomfoolery. Don't worry.
Let him berserk.
Don't. Don't.
It's the worst that could happen. MT dies.
Berserk goes off, Lynn takes aggro.
No, stop.
So we're going to line up at these columns here for Protect and Shell to be replied. We'll be waiting about 7 more minutes for support to make their way in. Now is a pretty good... Hold on, I'm dying.
Oh shit.
Rip.
Rape?
Well.
Well,
There
right
goes
over.
Okay.
Our main
We're good.
tank. Anyone got a
Uh,
sack?
so it looks like Samuel still didn't finish the quest in time. So they did not get buff.
That's unfortunate. I just wanted to mention, though, this is a pretty good time to AFK if you do need to do so. We'll be waiting about 7-ish minutes for support to make their way in. So if you do need AFK, don't do so for too long, or you will get AFK kicked. Just a friendly reminder to my indom tanks, just keep an eye on your timer. We should have support making their way pretty soon here. Let me just check.
Still waiting on roads.
Cool. Just let me know when you guys are making your way down the hallway.
Yeah, green, by the way.
Yeah.
Another thing you can do when you're pulling, pop Celestial Opposition for the region and heal Yadagro.
Yeah. There's definitely a few things I should have done. Most definitely. We'll try that next time.
I'm standing on the fucking ring. Rosma, you cannot stop me.
That's true. I can't stop
But
it.
yeah, what I'm gonna do is repop Earthly, then when it gets closer to count, I put a card on myself, then Div, and then Incense, Pop Star, Celestial, and then just pop Astrodyne, Lightspeed, and everything. We'll see how it goes.
Gonna go great, I'm sure.
Fuck yeah.
It's already a success having a healer tank in my books.
Astro Tank new meta.
Are we going to be
That's what
having
we're trying to
3
figure
for
out for
Ozma?
specific cases. We have 2, I don't think we have a third.
Oh, hate to see it.
Sports inside. A couple
Cool.
people still making trades.
All right. So we'll do explanations in about a minute or two here. Indoms, if you want to refresh, feel free.
Oh, I should have said you could have done earlier. No one coming in supports a newbie.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll start explanations now then. So just a few things to keep in mind for AV. We're always going to stay close to AV because of Medusa's Javelin. This is a large cone AoE, large 90-degree cone AoE. The closer we are to the middle of his hitbox, the easier it's going to be to dodge. This is going to be in conjunction with other mechanics. So it's very important. We are staying within melee range of AV at most points in the fight. The second and the most important thing we're going to keep in mind for this fight is Turbulent Ether. When this comes out, 8 orbs at inner cardinals are going to spawn in puddles, 4 dark, 4 light, and they're going to be linked to players. After a short delay, these orbs are going to start traveling towards the linked player. If the orb comes in contact with that linked player and that linked player alone, it will explode in an AoE and apply a damage down to everybody around them. So we never want that happening. To properly resolve Turbulent Ether, when it comes out, we're going to stay within melee range because this is going to be immediately followed by a Medusa's Javelin. We're just going to simply note if we have an orb and tether and get ready to resolve it. Once that Medusa's Javelin comes out, we're going to go to a puddle of the opposite color and soak the orb. The puddle is going to act like a shield and protect us from the damage down and lessen the damage. If you're unable to get to a puddle of the opposite color, the best option you have is to get to the closest edge of the arena and soak the orb in Magia Defense. If you switch to Magia Defense, you won't die, and if you're popping this solo, this is much more preferable than popping it on the rest of the raid. So again, Turbulent Ether comes out. We're going to stay within melee range, check if we have an orb and tether, simply note it until Medusa's Javelin comes out, dodge that, and then resolve your orb in a puddle of the opposite color. 1 per puddle. Or get to the edge of the arena and switch to Magia Defense and soak the orb solo. With that being said, we're going to have some more memes this time. We're going to have a healer tank. We're going to ask that we hold off on Crazy Burst for the first 5 seconds or so, just to avoid funny stuff. But if it does happen, you know, it's a meme run, so. Just have fun. I'm gonna ask that all tanks turn off their stances, unless we have some funny business, and I say otherwise. But Velia is going to be your healer main tank. Just once again, be careful about that burst towards the start while they're establishing enmity.
Green, I've got a question for you. I presume you've already tested this, but how do tank orbs work on Osmo with healer? Because without mitts on tank, it hits pretty hard.
They get hit less than like 1k autos.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Total damage you take on Ozma on a pretty longish run is about 50k total.
And we also have AV and Ozma are also in rage fights, so we want to be using that food, not only for the damage bonus, but also the health buff. A little bit extra survivability. Once we are all past the purple line, we'll get ready to do a countdown for the pull. And again, Velia Thorn is going to be your main tank.
Last call, bro. Shell on the bridge. Last call. Okay, dropping pro shell.
Sorry, you mentioned auto attacks and someone else mentioned overall damage. Are we talking about the same thing? I'm talking about the cube phase tank orbs.
Oh, they don't hurt much.
Okay.
I believe it's still magic damage, so I think it's less than like a few thousand. Once we are all past the purple line, we'll get ready to do a countdown to pull AV. And again, just hold off on that burst for a few seconds, and we might not have as many accidents. But if it does happen, you know, it's in the spirit of the run. We're learning. We're all learning here. We're all scientists here.
What's the countdown number? Is it still 15?
We're gonna do 25 once everybody's past the purple line.
Okay.
Name of science.
All right, we are all past the purple line. So party leaders, we're going to start that 25-second countdown to pull AV. In 3, 2, 1, 25. 20 seconds. 15. 10 seconds. 5 LB2s, LB1s, main tank engage. First thing AV is going to do is a magical raid wide. Let's give a second.
Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust.
Our meteor raid wide, Addles and Reprisals. Next thing AV is going to do is create puddles on the ground. These are going to double in size, and we do not want to be standing in these puddles. Get to max melee range of these puddles and watch how they grow. Get to max melee, there's always melee uptime for the first set. Watch how they grow. They're going to double in size. After this, you're going to collapse within melee range. It's going to be followed by a Medusa's Javelin. Collapse now, dodge the Javelin. Next, we're going to see half room split. We're going to get to the opposite color side of his bracelets. We're going to get to the light side. Get to the light side. Light side, light side. Next, we're going to have a tank buster, so stay away from your main tank. Our healer main tank. Alright, we're going to be seeing those puddles once again. There's going to be 2 different sets. One's going to double in size, the other's going to stay the same. We're going to get close to the opposite color of his bracelets. We're going to get close to dark and away from light. Close to dark and away from light. There is melee uptime right underneath the boss. Close to dark and away from light. We're going to see another meteor raid wide after a short delay here. Meteor raid wide, Addles and Reprisals. Next, we're going to be seeing Turbulent Ether. Get ready to check your orb and tether. We're going to stay within melee range and simply note if we have an orb and tether. Wait until Medusa's Javelin and then resolve your orb. Note your tether. Dodge the Javelin. Resolve your orb. And a puddle of the opposite color. 1 per puddle. or get to the edge of the arena and soak it in Meiji defense. There's going to be a tank buster, so stay away from your main tank. After you've resolved your orb, collapse back in for the double raid wide. Heals and mitigation. Here comes that second one. After this, we're going to stay in the center of the arena. Do not follow your tanks. Stay in the center, pop your Eureka potions, and do not follow your tanks.
Bye,
Do
Raphael.
not follow your tanks. Alright, we're going to get to the dark side every time. Get to the dark side. Dark side, dark side. Dark side a third time. We're baiting a proximity in the middle of the arena here. After we see this proximity, we're going to go to the edge. Go to the edge now. After you take damage, you're going to collapse within melee range of AV. Collapse now to dodge Medusa's Javelin. Dodge Medusa's Javelin. And stay away from your main tank. There's going to be a tank buster. Kill AV. Alright, sorry for the people who died as a result of healer funny business. We're going to get those people up, and then we're going to pull these owls. These owls do a cast called On the Properties of Darkness, which needs to be interrupted by a stun cast. If we have too many debuffs on the enemy, we will not be able to apply this stun. So for this reason, I'm going to ask that we be very careful. If not, hold off on all debuffs on the enemy, just so we don't hit that debuff limit. Additionally, this cast, if it does get off, it'll remove a random buff on everybody in the near vicinity. So we never want to be letting that cast get off. If we have a tank wants to go ahead and pull, feel free.
If we have any healer with sack plates,
Yeah, we'll get somebody back down there. Make sure we coordinate sacks, don't double sack. Make sure we get a stun on this, on the Properties of Darkness cast. Perfect. Did we get everybody back up in the AV arena?
Mm-mm.
Okay. We're not going to drop down to the Ozma platform just yet. Very important. Do not drop down just yet. So things are about to get a little spicy. Do we have a sack over AV? Okay, cool. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to keep explanations very brief because there's going to be some new information. So acceleration bombs. This is going to happen in Pyramid and in Pyramid phase specifically of Ozma. This is going to be targeted on 2 people per platform. When you get this, it's going to show up as a debuff. The callout is going to be acceleration bombs. Check your debuffs, check them twice. If you notice that you have an acceleration bomb, simply stop all action when the debuff ticks from 0 to 1. As a golden rule, you should stop all action of any kind when that debuff reaches 5 seconds, just to be on the safe side. If you fail to do this and the debuff ticks from 1 to 0, and you are still taking any kind of action such as movement, GCDs, OGCDs, anything like that, you will explode for 90% of your maximum HP to yourself as well as everyone around you. So we never want to be greedy with our acceleration bombs. So when that's called out, check your debuffs. If you notice you have one, stop all action, let the debuffs resolve. The second main mechanic I'm going to talk about is meteors. This is going to happen in Pyramid and Star phase of Ozma. Normally this is on 2 people per platform. Normally what we do is take these to the back of the platform and to the right on the ring. These are going to drop a proximity marker after the meteor resolves. So you're going to want to distance yourself as much as possible. And this is going to be indicated by a red triangle over your head. Okay, so this is where things are going to change a little bit. So first I'm going to give you your platform assignments, but please do not drop down just yet. I'm going to have groups 1 and 3 are going to be northwest. I'm going to have 4, 5, and 6 south. So you might be asking yourself, Green, there's nobody northeast. So what's going to happen is I'm going to be soloing northeast. You may be wondering, what does this mean? A couple things. So what's most likely going to happen is when we get to star and pyramid phase, things are going to change a little bit. Normally what happens is we have meteors and acceleration bombs on 2 people per platform. So I ask you the question, what happens when we have 1 person on the platform? So I have a pretty good idea of what's already going to happen.
No.
So 3 acceleration bombs are going to be on 1 platform, and then we're also going to have 3 meteors on 1 platform. This is most notable for meteors. Normally we take those back into the right, but if there's 3 on northwest, this is going to be a problem. So for this reason, northwest, you're going to go back into the left with your meteors. In the event that south has 3 and we go back into the right when we're northwest, this is going to be an instant overload and we're all going to die. So northwest, you're going to be going back into the left and then right. If you have 3, you'll obviously have to go back, left, and right. But if you have 2, you'll go back into the left. South, you'll go back into the right like normal. If you have 3, you'll go back, right, and to the left. So again, we're going to be trying to resolve these meteors the same and putting them in the same places, but we are lacking a northeast platform, and we're going to have 3 meteors on 1 of the platforms. So it's going to be a little spicy. I expect things to get a little chaotic, but it should be a lot of fun. Additionally, I'm going to ask that my group and any ranged that notice, the other main thing that will need to be taken care of is the black hole button to the north. Normally we'd have ranged from the northeast platform go there, but I'm going to ask that group 3 and any range that notice that the button is not covered from the northwest platform should go there. Just as long as we have 1 person on each of those blue buttons, so we don't all get sucked out, obviously. Most people here know that, though. With that being said, let me just double check. I will say there is 1 extra surprise at the end of this. Even if we all die and we all get sucked out, I would highly recommend you stay in instance and in your party till the very end. That's all I'm going to say on that end. There will be 1 extra surprise after Ozma.
Green, damage from the meteor hit usually takes people to 50-60% health, yeah?
Something like that.
So it'd be interesting to test if you go back left of the platform and back right of the platform. That is far enough away, I know, for them to not debris blast. That could be a safer option, but we'll have to play around with the damage. Not this run.
Yep. Just 1 second. And I'm also going to ask that my group cheeses the second orb, but I think they already know that, and we're all good. So again, we're going to be going back into the left if we're northwest, and south is going to be going back into the right. If we have 3 meteors, we'll have to go back, left, and right on your platform. So it's going to get chaotic. I expect things to not go perfect, but that's totally fine. It's in the spirit of the run. So you can go ahead and start dropping down. Please do not target Ozma before we are all ready, because this is going to be something.
There he goes.
Could I get a protect and shell refresh on Big Green? I'm on the ring here.
Tanks are also still coming back, so they will also.
So
protect
again,
and
if you're groups 1 and 3, you're going to be northwest, and if you're groups 4, 5, and 6, you're going to be south. And support, you can go northwest. And please be sure to change your way markers. Remember that northwest, you're going back into the left, because south, if they have 3, they will be going left as well. So that will be an instant overload. Do we have a protect and shell up? That's fine, I have one. Does anybody else need protect and shell? Cool. Just walk over to me. Please do not target Ozma before we are all ready. I expect things to get pretty chaotic here, so should be a lot of fun.
So no P range pull with their auto?
I beg you. So again, just 1 extra reminder. Make sure we have that north button covered by at least some ranged, because I will be unable to leave my platform at any point. without getting somebody autoed on another platform. If I do get sucked out, Naya will be your backup caller, and I'm going to also ask that groups 3 and 4 you rotate back northeast if something happens to me.
Can I get a protect green?
Yeah. I got you.
Thank you.
Gotta switch back to my plate bearer. Anybody else for protect and shell before I break plates? Awesome. Okay. All right, party leaders, you can go ahead and ready check. Your tanks are going to be the ones standing on the blue buttons of each platform. You can let me know in comms or yell chat.
Group 6 is ready.
So just one extra reminder, because things are going to get a little weird. We're going to have 3 meteors on one of the platforms. South, you're going to go back and right as normal unless you get 3. Then you'll have to place them at back left and right. Northwest, you'll have to go back and left. If you get 3, you'll go back right, back left and right. We're just going to try our best to place those meteors down. If we get an overload, we'll just try and deal with it when it happens.
Group 4
It's
is
1 and
waiting
3 on
on
northwest.
Sorry?
1 and 3 on northwest.
Yep, 1, 3 in support northwest, 4, 5, and 6 south. Okay. I think we're all ready. Group 4, are we ready?
Yes, we are now.
And 6, sorry, I'm a little distracted here. Group 6 ready? Just let me know, group 6.
What? What group 6? Did you say
Anybody
something?
from-
I said
anybody
earlier
from-
that group 6 is ready.
Oh, sorry, I missed it. You're a little quiet
good.
for me.
I was confused.
So party leaders, we're gonna get ready to do a 30-second countdown to pull the boss. And again, we have a healer tank south platform. So DPS, just please be careful, so we don't have too many accidents. So we're gonna get ready to do that pull in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 30.
Roge, where are you?
25 seconds. 20 seconds. 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. LB2s, LB1s. Tanks establish. Welcome to Ozma. Main tanks are taking heavy autos at the start of the fight. Keep addles, reprisals, and feints cycled at all times during sphere phase. Ranged, you can pre-position at the back of the platform. Melee, as soon as you see Ozma start to change shape, you can join them. Get ready. Everyone get to the back of the platform. Get to the back of the platform now. We're waiting here to dodge the AoE. We're going to make our way back as a group. We are soaking auto attacks together for 3 autos. Afterwards, we're going to have a knockback emanating from the blue button in the center of your platform. We're going to stand on the gold ring next to it, aim ourselves to get knocked towards Ozma. You can also choose to knockback mitigate this one. Get knocked to Ozma or knockback mitigate. Remain stacked here for 3 more auto attacks. Afterwards, we'll get to our buttons for Black Hole. Northwest, just be making sure we're getting that north button covered. 1 more auto for Black Hole. You can get to your buttons now. Black Hole now. Get to your buttons. Main tanks are once again taking heavy autos. Just get to any button. Return to Ozma and keep those addles and reprisals cycled. Next, we're going to have a shade from Ozma, and we'll either get to the back of the platform or off the platform, depending on where it is. Shade is up, and we'll be getting We'll be getting off the platform, main tanks last. Get off your platforms, main tanks last. All right, we might have meteors pretty soon here, so get ready. Next, Ozma is going to transform after this shade. It's going to be a shade followed by an Ozma transformation. Shade is up. And first, we'll be getting off the platform first, and then we'll be getting to the back of the platform, and we'll be dealing with meteors, so get ready for that. We're going to have 3 on 1 platform. Meteors in 2 seconds. Return as a group. We're going to have 3 meteors on 1 platform, so get ready. 3 meteors on south, so back, right, and left. South, good luck.
Tank LB.
Overload south, try and get away from that meteor. We're going to get knocked to Ozma. Get knocked to Ozma. Tanks pick up your ads. If northwest, you can get that north ad as well. Try and get these ads down. We're staying stacked. On the next shade, we're either going to get knocked 2 away from Ozma. Make sure these ads die. Shade is up, and we'll be getting to the back of the platform. Get knocked to the back of the platform using that gold ring. Wait here. Return as a group. 1 more auto, and then there's a long delay, and then we'll have black hole. Range you can pre-position. Make sure we have all buttons covered. If you're going to do a sack, get ready to do it now. Get to your buttons, black hole, main tanks, heavy autos. Please stay in your party. Do not leave group yet. Return to the boss, Addles and Reprisals. We're going to have a new Ozma shape. Shade is up, and first we'll be getting to the back of the platform first, waiting here, and then afterwards, we're going to get off the platform. Wait. Get off the platform now. Get off your platforms. Acceleration bombs have just been applied. Check your debuffs, check them twice. Disengage if you have one. Take no action. Meteors in 2 seconds, take them back into the right. Waymarkers 1 and 2. Mine those acceleration bombs. And watch those meteors. Meteors coming out, 3 on south. 3 on south. Try and get those back, left, and right. Get away from those meteors. We're going to take it at the front of the platform, and then afterwards, healers spread. Grab these ads, healers spread. Make sure these ads go down. If we can get north to pick up my ad, make sure those northwest ads die. We're going to get off the platform, check our debuffs for acceleration bomb. Get off the platform, check our debuffs for acceleration bomb. If we have it, take no action. Return to the boss, unless you have acceleration bomb. We're going to take this stack. Afterwards, spread. Healers spread, 1 auto to a black hole. There's your auto. Get to your buttons now. Make sure we have all buttons covered. After we come back, we're going to drop all melee LBs. Drop melee LBs. Next, we're going to have a cube phase. Shade is out. And first, we'll be getting off the platform first, and then we'll be hugging Ozma. Wait here. Hug Ozma now. Party to the left, main tanks to the right. Main tanks, get ready for your first orb. We're going to kill Ozma now. All right, that was fun. I apologize to the people on South who
got obliterated.
Who got it completely obliterated because of my science experiment. But I really appreciate you guys being a good sport and satisfying my curiosity to see what happens. So please be sure that you grab your chest. If it is your first time, head through that exit portal and finish up your quest line with the Expedition Scholar. But to everybody else, we're going to head over to base camp. I'm going to do a giveaway now. So the way this is going to work is we're all going to go into base camp. We're going to go over by Potwatch. So I'm going to explain the rules, and I'm going to ask you listen very carefully, because failure to do so might disqualify you from winning any cool stuff. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to count down. Once I say go, you're going to do a slash dice. Do not do it before and do not do it twice. If you do it more than once, you will be disqualified and you will not get your prize. So please respect the rules. So I'm going to count down and say go. After 10 seconds, I'm going to say stop. Anything after that won't count. The top 5 rolls, as far as the top highest number rolls, will take home the prizes, the top 10 rolls. So I'm going to give people a second to get down here. Again, we're all just going to hang out by pot watch. Do not do your slash dice roll just yet. Wait until I say go. And do not
We have
do...
newbies who are watching cutscenes, so if you want to wait for
Okay, yeah, we'll wait. Just let me know when that's all done. And if I could have somebody just to help me judge this, I've already created a nightmare for myself, but if anybody can just help me verify the
What
winner
do you
when we get
need?
there.
Oh, do you mean just look for the highest number?
Okay, so I have a couple people who are helping out. So once I do say go, you'll do a slash dice roll.
In chat or which chat?
Just in any chat, just a slash dice roll. It doesn't matter. It'll do it in the vicinity. So when I call it, you'll do it once and no more than that. If you do it more than once, it won't count. And all rolls after I say stop will not count. So we're just going to let those cutscene guys finish. Okay, that's a good idea, actually. Let me do that. Sorry for this.
It is
Figuring out
slash
logistics.
random, right?
I think it's
Yeah.
just slash dice, right?
Either works.
Okay.
It's
Either
the same
works.
thing.
Let me just...
Slash dice will put it in your whatever chat you have.
It'll put in the chat you currently selected. If you do slash random, like I'm about to
RT
do
or
right now.
yeah.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so you have to do slash random. I'm just doing it for fucking purposes of
Disqualified.
just doing it for purposes of showing you for science. It's in the
Yes.
theme of the
Low pass.
run.
Yes.
Yeesh. It's random. /random.
Slash random.
Random. Okay, cool. You can just... Perfect. Okay, we got that worked out. All right, so I should probably just tell you what the prizes are. I'm going to be giving away 10 Samurai Bardings, and sorry, I can't talk today. The winner with the highest roll will be taking home a Skull's Claw.
Ooh.
And again, that'll be the top 10 highest rolls. Do we still have any cutsceners?
Just got out of cutscene.
Reminder that if you're away from base camp, you can use return.
Anybody still making their way over?
And whoever gets the lowest roll can have a minion because I don't want it.
Paw?
What?
Lowest roll gets our 50 plus save the princesses that never sell.
Yo, I
Yeah.
can donate some too. I have
I'm gonna
like
assume
6.
everybody's here. So I'm gonna count down from 10. Once I say go in chat, you'll do a / dice roll. Do not do it more than once, please. Otherwise, you'll make this a lot harder than it needs to be. Once I
/
said
random green.
yeah, / random or / dice will work. So I'm gonna do a 10-second countdown. After I say stop, the rolls will not count.
Make sure whoever you have as winners is someone who was actually on the run.
Yep. We'll work that out.
Oh,
when
we have
get
the
there.
logs. We have the logs,
right?
folks.
Yeah,
We can see.
Somebody can help me out with that one later. Figure that out. But anyway, so I'm gonna do a 10-second countdown. When you see go in chat, do your / dice roll. Once you see go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oof.
Loving that 6.
6.
Himbo gets the minion.
Fuck with the 6.
Oh.
Fuck.
Okay. So this is gonna take a little bit to sort out. So I appreciate you guys being patient with me. But thank you everybody else. Thank you for participating in the run and being a good sport and letting me use you as your guinea pigs. And I apologize for South and the funny business with healer tanks. But
Green.
yeah,
Next time we do one, we'll do 2 solo platforms.
sounds good. 4 meteors, 1 platform.
Lol.
Oh my god.
Thank you all for coming though. I had a blast.
Oh, Graham,
Um,
what serve you're on? You can come and take this min. You can do the lowest roll as well if you want to give it out for me.
Yeah, let me work this out.
Was
And
awesome.
Fine, green.
Thanks again for the run. See you around.
Okay. Yeah, let me figure out the winner. And then I will meet you on Excalibur in Limsa.